it's business. To them, it's business. It's no longer art. Good morning, everyone. Well, maybe it's not that good of a morning. I don't want to go full doom mode yet, but I'm a little bit upset about the news that came out this morning. If you don't know what I'm talking about, 11th Hour Games, the company that produces Last Epoch, has been essentially completely bought out by Krafton. And if you don't know who Krafton is, well, you're about to find out. Krafton is a South Korean company that publishes games and has a very, 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 very poor reputation among the people who play the games that they buy. So they just so you know, a couple games they bought PUBG. They bought Subnautica, most recently at least, and it's been a shit show. Yeah, and we'll talk more about that later. But okay, to start, 11th Hour Games posted this blog news article essentially telling us that, you know, they talk about the history behind Last Epoch and 11th Hour Games, how they started, how they produced stuff, how they got funding initially, yada yada yada. Basically, here they say, today I'm excited to announce that 11th Hour Games is joining Krafton, the powerhouse behind PUBG LMAO, who shares our passion for the action ARPG and is ready to help fuel our efforts in raising Last Epoch to new heights. Who shares our passion for the action ARPG genre? It's kind of funny. Well, action role-playing game. But anyway, I don't think they even have a single ARPG game. Krafton, I mean, I think Krafton's only passion is money. With this partnership, we'll have the opportunity and resources to execute on our goal of creating the very best ARPG in the genre. Look, I'm not blaming Judd. I'm not blaming anyone at 11th Hour Games. If I spent the last 6 years of my life producing something that's good, something, you know, that put your blood, sweat, and tears, and someone came over to me and was like, hey, here, have $1 gajillion, we want to buy your project. In the world of capitalism that we live in, there is like no way you can say no to that, unfortunately. Like, you still have to survive in this world. We can't just produce our passion projects infinitely. Unfortunately, it's incredibly hard, and every year it becomes harder. So I don't blame them. I'm just upset at I don't know if it's at the world we live in or at this industry. It's sad that so many good games get destroyed, so many good companies get destroyed by essentially conglomerates, essentially companies that just buy out things. Because, you know, Krafton as a publisher mainly cares about making money. If your indie game is now bought essentially by a company, that game has to start producing money quickly, because in this industry, for publishers especially, all that they care about is that the game you invested in creates revenue. So, look, it's again, like I started this video by saying, it's really hard not to go doomer. I really hope this doesn't affect Last Epoch, and it might not immediately in the way that we're thinking, but it will eventually. Eventually, this will mean systems like gacha systems, or pay-to-win systems, or things like that. Anyway, okay, to give you some more context about what I was saying earlier, Krafton, if you haven't been paying attention, really, I don't even think it's been a month, but look, Krafton, Subnautica. So, I mean, just kind of not even going to click on these articles because I don't want to. Subnautica 2 was a project that was coming out from the developers of this company. They got bought out by Krafton, and what happened next is Krafton fired everyone from the Subnautica team, and they can do that 100% because they own 100% of the company. There is no retaliation. This isn't like Tencent owning 13% of the game of Last Epoch or Path of Exile or whatever. This is Krafton owning 100% of 11th Hour Games. and that means all control is theirs. It's sad. It's sad. It's unfortunate. Like, if they learned anything from the Subnautica, the whole debacle that's happening, they probably won't fire the entire team of 11th Hour Games. They probably won't do that immediately, but it always down the line leads to something like that. It leads to really crappy monetization systems. It leads to really crappy decisions because it's business. To them, it's business. It's no longer art. It usually is a ticking time bomb. Best case scenario, Krafton lets Last Epoch and 11th Hour Games keep cooking by giving them money. Maybe add cosmetics would be the best outcome, kind of like Diablo. Not the best, because, see, the thing that happened with Diablo, for example, Diablo was a great franchise, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and Activision buying Blizzard meant that games had to now make money. So what happens? They create a really, really polished game, like Diablo 4, Diablo 4's campaign, because it attracts people, because it makes people buy the game. And now if like a percentage of the people who buy the game continue playing for endgame, it just becomes shallow. Like, they've hooked you, and now they will sell you merchandise, essentially merch and skins, cosmetics, etc., etc., etc. Ideally, it's not a pay-to-win situation. Then you have games like Diablo Immortal or Torchlight Infinite that do have pay-to-win mechanics, and that just ruins a game for me completely. I don't care about cosmetics. They can be annoying, especially like I heard that there's PUBG skins that are worth like $200 or whatever. Like, that's shitty. I hate the whole like how Riot Games also started using gacha systems in TFT and League of Legends, and like, it's annoying, but it's still livable. I can still live in that experience because the game is still good. The game at the end of the day isn't affected by these things necessarily, but it does suck to know like, oh, my favorite character just got a skin, but it's worth $250. So they're working on FOMO, they're working with whales. It pisses me off. Yeah, I wish this was a more positive video. I really, really don't like talking bad about things I like. I know there's going to be a lot of dooming, and there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, no, let's just give them a chance. It's really hard for me to give them a chance. It makes me not want to keep playing Last Epoch. I discovered this gem a couple weeks ago, and I loved it to the point where like, essentially this channel became mostly about Last Epoch, and I was very excited for Season 3, and that kind of ruins it for me. I don't know. It sucks. Thankfully, there's many, many, many really good games coming out at the moment. It's just sad to see such a beautiful work like Last Epoch get acquired by such a shitty company. Well, I mean, that's all I can say right now. Hopefully, that's that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I got more videos planned. I had actually another video planned for today, but it might not release till tomorrow. Since I'll be posting this today, the news came out this morning, last night. I think it was because the deal happened in South Korea, and they were allowed to publish it like at 3 in the morning for people in the US. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a great Friday, and I'll see you on the next one. And hopefully we find out better news soon. Bye.